What is going on, people? We are here. Different type of episode today. We have a Halloween special here at the Undergated podcast. We have, of course, the homies. We have Gunpla Tesseract. Austen, what's
Spectacular savings.
Spectacular savings down there.
exactly. We have CD, Chloe's dad. What's going on, brother?
Nothing. Bringing y'all a special spooky edition of the Undergated podcast.
Yep. We wanted to do this. We want to try to do this for, I'm not gonna say every holiday, but the big ones. I think the next one we'll probably do it. I want to say
maybe Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving holiday, yeah.
We'll do Thanksgiving, and then Christmas.
Yep.
Black Friday, maybe. If we're not all out shopping, Coop.
Yeah. There you go. But what's going on, y'all? How's y'all week been?
It's been a good week, man. Just settling at the new job. Chloe's still sick, but finally feeling better. So that's a blessing. Tomorrow's the big day. She's been staring at her costume for the last 3 weeks, harassing me about it. So I can't wait for her to put it on and then get it over with.
And she's Nezuko, right?
Yeah, she is my anime child, true to heart. I love it.
There we go. Lucky you. Somewhat.
Yeah.
Austen, what's going on, man?
My week's been all right. It's actually been pretty all right. I've been adjusting to my new position as well. So things starting to come together. I have an understanding of exactly what I'm actually going to be doing, and now I can make a game plan for it. Finally narrowed down my new place to maybe 2 options I'm going to choose.
Word.
So now I'm deciding whether I want to drive further but have more space, or have a less of a drive to work but have less space, and they both cost the same. So
first option, I would do first option. I would have more space and take the longer drive.
Yeah, what
I
about you,
would.
CD?
Same, more space.
Same?
You can always
Yeah,
get up a little earlier, but the space
exactly.
you can't add on to no space in the apartment or anything. So
yeah, and I've been looking in my head because I'm going to turn it into just a absolute weeb cave. So it's just the second you walk in, it's going to be tapestries everywhere. It's already
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my week. Pretty good.
Mine has been chill, man. Work, same old. Little mama, she's getting ready for Halloween. Had to hit up a couple of fall festivals. She is going to be Addison from Zombies 3. She was Addison from Zombies 1 last year. Addison from Zombies 3 this year.
Zombies, they make a killing, dog. I'm not gonna lie, I got some of the songs in my head because Chloe always.
Oh yeah, Alien Invasion.
Right.
Something Zed. We have to hear it every morning. Every morning in school, we gotta. On our way to the bus stop, gotta run from the aliens in the car and play Alien Invasion. So that's been my morning. My week, and so it's been pretty simple. Can't complain. But let's go ahead and run to it. This week, like I said, Halloween special. So we're gonna be a little different. We're not gonna go straight into like the pickups like we typically been doing. That's gonna be on episode 4, which is still coming out this week, this Wednesday. So be on the lookout for that. We're just gonna jump straight into it. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
It's gonna get greasy in here, man. It's gonna get greasy. Here we go. First thing we're gonna talk about is Halloween. Favorite antagonist, and there's in your favorite antagonist suit, so it doesn't have to correspond to each other. But we're gonna talk about the dark side, right? We're gonna talk about the evil. I guess you could say villains. I don't know. That's one thing about Gundam. There is no true villain, and they make sure they mix it up too, because you get different perspectives. War in the Pocket, you get the Xeon side, and then obviously with the regular 79, you get the Federation side. So you kind of grow love for both. So there's no true villain, but we know who's the antagonist and who's the protagonist in every series. So, Austen, let's start off with you, man. What's your favorite antagonist suit?
So my favorite antagonist suit is, funny enough, it's actually a design that in Gunpla form I'm not a fan of overall, but I love it because when it gets destroyed, and in the manner it gets destroyed, and the way it fights in its final fight is pretty cool. And it goes up against one of my favorite suits of all time, and that's going to be Rallo Crusade's Providence Gundam. Yeah, I think it looks like a Ninja Turtle. So because it has a giant circle on the back. I do like its gun. I do like its weird handle shield thing with the laser. But that's where the parts of it that aesthetically as like a Gunpla, I would pretty much only like. But in animation, I like the fact that when the dragoons take off, they all spread out like a flower. I like the fact that it gets its arm cut off, and then it's just it's dangling there all helplessly as it gets stabbed by the Freedom, which is one of my favorite suits of all time. Right? I love the fact that when he's piloting it even moves strangely like a weird little like rounded saucer. And it's just instead, and also I love the fact that just watching it blown to bits, it's one of those hate watches. I love it because it gets destroyed, and I hate that character so much.
I like the hate watches.
Yeah, man, he's a psychopath. He his whole dream is to end all of humanity, but like in the most horrific way ever, using like a microwave laser that's gonna make everyone pop like a balloon. And he's legitimately a psychopath. I love watching that thing get destroyed. So I would watch it. I actually did watch the video of it getting destroyed not too long ago again, just to refresh, like
just
like
to start your morning.
Like, yeah, it's like that meme, like yes. But yeah, that's gonna be mine. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, so who's your favorite antagonist then?
My favorite antagonist? You know what? I think I'm gonna have to go with probably Zex Marquise. You know what? I think he's a smooth criminal, man. He is always
That's all three of ours, because that was mine too.
Because that was Zex is a dog.
Yo,
he's
he's
smooth with it.
Yeah, it's just every movie makes it's like, oh man, this. You know what's crazy is by the end of it too, he's not even too much of the villain either.
Yeah,
it was,
exactly. That's what Gundam does best.
Yep.
So that's all right. So I'll try to change it up. Because Zex was mine. CD, if you want to go ahead and give us your favorite antagonist and antagonist suit.
I'm going to start with the suit. It's not like a prime main antagonist, but the Rosen Zulu is my favorite antagonist suit. I'll talk about that later because that might be the grail for me of suits. But just the way it moved, I love the funnel system on it. I love like the roses, just the color scheme. It's when I think of Zeon suits for me, the Zaku is up there, but the Rosen Zulu is my favorite Zeon suit, and they need a master grade of it. They need a master grade. I feel like it's not in Unicorn very long. You don't see it too much. Besides it getting destroyed, but it can hold its own. I feel like against any Gundam. The pilot, he was kind of soft to me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Angelo.
Angelo was soft, but
he stood his ground though.
He had a bit of a fetish.
Yeah, I mean,
a little bit. He was a bit of a weird one.
But Kit, just Gundam as a whole, I think the Rosen Zulu is my favorite antagonist suit, and I guess since Zex is already taken, I'd have to go full frontal.
You jerk.
I think
I knew those CDs. The second I was like CD's gonna take full frontal. Anthony's gonna get mad. It's gonna.
Oh man, I mean, I feel like he embodied Char the most of any other Char clone. Full frontal. I mean, like even Coop was saying, we all have a bad side and a good side, and that's what Gundam does best. So you think of full frontal as a bad guy, but throughout the story, you kind of see his ideology and his ideals, and you kind of come to know that he is based on Char, but he has his own ideals, and he has his own ideas of how he wants to see the the universe come one as a whole. So
and his overall plan wasn't really to end humanity. It was more of just to make a stalemate,
right?
So that
everybody
would
that's
stop
what his
fighting.
goal was.
Yeah.
And if you've seen Unicorn, how he dies, like Char's on his shoulder, like, "Hey, bro,
It's time to
Call
go.
it. Let's call it.
Let's get out of here.
You did it. You did all right, man.
Yeah, we've been
Right.
trying for 70 odd years. Let's
Right.
call it quits.
Let's call it quits. So yeah, full frontal's mine.
Go to hell, man.
Yeah.
Left Coop with the scraps, huh?
No,
Yeah.
you gotta. Hey, man, don't. You
I got
checking the
3.
knowledge.
I can think of 3 right now, and I bet it's the one I'm thinking of. Go
All
ahead.
right, let's see. I want to go ahead and go favorite suit first. It's gonna be difficult, man, because the Epion.
Oof.
Okay,
The Epion has a place in my heart. Obviously, nostalgia, the looks, but then you have the Sinaju. And the Sinaju's a dog.
Yep.
So it's like 1A, 1B, and I hate that term. Like 1A, either fuck it. All right, fuck it. Since I hate
stand on your ground, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sinaju. I'm gonna go Sinaju.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it does everything outside of transform that Epion does. The both looks are 10-10. But the anime, I'm gonna go Sinaju. Sinaju's it.
I'm surprised I didn't get a goof custom out of you. I know Sinaju's your favorite.
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna pick the Sinaju though.
But see, the goof again goes back to like, what do you like? Was he really wrong? He was just defending. He was defending. So
protecting. He was a protector.
Yeah. And so it all depends on the side. My favorite, and go ahead.
I was gonna say the goof custom. The thing that makes it brilliant is that fight. I think if it never had that fight, it probably wouldn't have been up there.
And going back and watching 79 and watching the first appearance of the goof, it definitely competed with the goof custom. Like the goof custom, like they paid a great homage to the goof.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
Goof custom. But favorite antagonist, took full frontal. He took Zax. I have 2. I'm gonna go honorable mention. Let's see if you guess it. Who you got? Who you think it is? Since Austen said he thinks he know what it is. So I want to know.
Honorable mention.
What you think, Austin? You say you
Char.
No.
Close. Oh no. Okay.
Close. Don't come on, man. You
What's the villain from Stardust Memory? What's his name?
Gato.
Iro Gato?
No. So since y'all took the 2, right? These guys are neck and neck. So I want to go McGillis. Honorable mention, right? Because
McGillis honorable mention. Okay.
McGillis is an honorable mention due to the fact of like another person. He doesn't really have to be a villain. You see his good side in him. But a true villain, Zoltan from there. He's a menace.
Psychopath.
He is Zoltan.
Zoltan is a psychopath.
And going like
was that his fault though? I feel like he was like an incomplete clone.
Yes, shooting inside the colony.
Yeah, his brain wasn't fully.
It's prohibited.
It doesn't matter.
He let off.
Yeah, man.
Set it up your team. Yo, go hide behind the fuel tanks. They won't see you.
I mean, damn, bro. He was eavesdropping and
girl.
He's like,
and then
what?
And who's really pulling the strings here? Like, he's like, who's really pulling the strings? Like, so. And then
the whole base.
And then the introduction of him, like the that was cold. Like him coming in, like, so Zoltan is probably my outside of Zax and Full Frontal. He's top.
And he's
3.
Straight up evil too. I can see him walking down the street and just kicking puppies for fun.
Yeah, just like he's a menace. I don't think Gundam has
maniacal.
I'm trying to think. Do y'all think Gundam had like just like that? Crazed?
I bet there's well, no, the dude from there from F91 wasn't a psychopath. Really? He was just kind of crazy toward the end. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think. Well, at least in animation. Now, because Nightmare of Solomon wasn't that crazy. Man, I can't think of anybody else.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Zoltan and the Sinaju. Which is crazy because I could have gone with Sinaju Stein, but the red in the backpack for the Sinaju wins me over.
Every
And
time. Every
if
time.
yeah, so let us know what's your favorite antagonist and your favorite antagonist suit. We got Zoltan and Sanaju for me. CD has full frontal and
Rose and Zulu.
Rose and Zulu, and then Austen has the who is it? Providence and Zex Marquise.
Yep.
So let us know, and that's gonna kind of flow back into what we this special favorite dark moments in Gundam in any Gundam series. I'll go ahead and pop this off, and it's Origins, the gas scene. When they took side 2, put everybody. Oh, we're going into the shelter. I want to protect you. I'll escort you to the shelter. I'm not going to go in the shelter with y'all. Put everybody in the shelter and hit the whole colony with poison, like a gas chamber, just so they could drop the colony bro. On Earth. And he's like getting up and walking around. The dude Yuki was getting up and walking around. It was like, oh, these guys are sleeping on the job, not knowing that they're dying.
Right.
And he's like knocking on the door, and you see his girlfriend there holding a baby.
Everybody inside already
dead. Everybody inside already dead. That's probably like
wasn't he having like a dream too that like he like was like with her?
I think I know that it showed the scene where it hit him. Like it was like, oh, and then the gas started creeping in on him. And it was cold, and they thought it was snow, and it wasn't snowing.
Right. But that's honestly one of the savage moments of Gundam right there.
That's heavy. That's a heavy scene. CD, favorite dark moment.
Man, bro. IBO is known to tear your heart out, so I'm definitely gonna have to go for the IBO moment. The laughter episode is what we'll call it. She's in the gift shop, just finished up a mission. She's looking at a bear that looks like Akihiro with the bushy brows,
angry face,
ready to go confess her love to her man with this bear. And the next thing you know, mafia movie moment. She gets aired out, and I feel like it kind of just started spiraling down in the show after that. Everyone was just dying, and that one really hit for me because like I feel like you knew someone was gonna have to die soon, but just at that moment I wasn't expecting that pot, and I feel like I definitely might have.
Oh yeah,
got a little teary eyed at that part, man. That's my sad moment, man. That's it hit. It definitely hit for me.
Austen, what's yours, bro?
So I'm gonna be a little bit against the grain here, a little bit different, using a series I don't think anybody would expect. But Mobile Suit Gundam Re-Rise.
Whoa.
So
okay.
There's an episode halfway through the season where they go on a mission, and to set this up to understand, the entire show so far has been kind of a lighthearted, unpronounced like video game to all the main characters in this story. They aren't taking it all that seriously. They're just going out and doing what they do to achieve a quest. And even the show's tone is very kind of nonchalant, kind of happy. Here's some cool Saturday morning cartoon, nothing to worry about stuff. Halfway through the season, they fail a mission, and a pretty important one, to stop a cannon from firing onto a city. And you just met all these new characters prior to this, and they're all in the city, and with one of the characters' brothers and relatives and family all living in that city. And they failed this mission, and they just assume that, okay, well, we're just going to retry this mission. Well, they all end up getting kicked out of the game, or their idea of the game. They go back to their world, and they realize that a blackout has happened. And they're trying to figure out what happened. Why is there a blackout happening? What's going on, right? And they figure, and the scientists on TV are telling you, oh, there's this EMP surge that happened thousands and thousands of light years away that have reached us, that must have happened long ago in the past. And it's like a solar flare. And then they put two and two together, and they realize that when they failed the mission and the cannon fired on that city, those people in that city actually died. Wow. And this whole thing that they thought was a game is not a game. It's real. And it's a dot hack moment. It's a dot hack moment where you realize that everyone's life is really on the line and because you've been playing around or just taking this not seriously, real people have been dying. So you go back.
And that's when they realize it.
Yeah, it's heavy, and it's dark because you realize when you go back, you have to face all those people who had just told you about their family that were living there, that
Right.
their brother that you just met of this main character, one of this main characters, her brother is gone, and her just dealing with the death, and you have to live with they have to live with the regret that because they didn't take this seriously, because they weren't really into this, horrible tragedy has
Cost
fallen
all these lives. Wow.
have fallen across their friends, and that part to me had me stuck to the show from there on out. I wasn't really into the show until that moment. I was staying around mainly for May because I thought May was a cool design to watch. But when that happened and you saw everyone's regret on their face and you're just like, dude, this hits heavy. And they're all broken up about it too.
I might need to go watch this now.
It is, I'll tell you right at that moment, that show did a 180. Everyone takes it seriously. Everyone goes in hard. And the final fight, everyone's giving it their all. Because they're like, this is it. This is it. Yeah, man. It's great. And it's always stuck with me. So yeah, that's my favorite dark moment.
Well, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty. I never really watched Re-Rise or Rise, Build Up Rise and all that. I might have to go peep that out now.
I'll say this: out of all the Build Diver series, Re-Rise is the best one.
Okay.
Yeah, Re-Rise is the best one.
Well, that's some good choices
for sure.
So, and like we told y'all before, we're not just here for Gundam, right? What's your favorite dark moment in any anime? CD, go ahead. In any anime, you're anime connoisseur.
Have you guys heard of the anime Berserk?
Mm-hmm.
I heard of it. I haven't watched it.
All right. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a certain part in Berserk where the main character has to watch his love interest be defiled by his former best friend, who's like awakened as like almost like a demi-human type thing. Berserk is known for like a lot of dark gore stuff, but this particular moment in Berserk, if you guys haven't seen it or read it, is eye-opening, sickening, disgusting, and just all out dark. Just having the way the main character is depicted and drawn, seeing like his face, the agony, watching the girl he loves just be stripped of her humanity. It's pretty. It's vile. I'll say that. Like it's. I'll have Coop put up just a panel of it up of his face, and you'll understand like the emotion coming from him. But it's an extremely vile scene. It's actually animated too. Don't even watch it. It's sick. But Berserk is known for some of the most dark moments.
Mm-hmm.
But their mangas look crazy.
Yeah, like that particular part. Life changing.
Austen, buddy, what's yours?
I kind of have two of them. I have Macross, and I also have the moment where, actually no, I'll go with Macross. So in Macross, Super Dimensional Fortress Macross, the original series, or Robotech in the US for those who are unfamiliar with the original name. I guess I'll use the American names. Roy Folker dies. He gets shot and he's sitting there playing the guitar with his girlfriend, which, by the way, is one of the first interracial couples, if I remember correctly, on anime that we played in the US. But he's playing there the song, and he's thinking about, he's like, I can't wait to eat this pie and this cake, and you see her fixing everything. But you've known earlier in the show that he took a hit, and he hasn't said anything, and the maintenance crew just got to his jet, and they're looking at his jet, and they see the blood on the seat, and they're like, there's blood on this seat. Where's Roy? Right? And it just slowly turns back to him sitting there on the couch, just falling slowly asleep, right? Slumping down in his seat with the guitar in his hand, and her getting ready to make and she's talking like he's still there, like he's normal. Like everything's just kosher. And then she slowly steps out and she sees what's going on. She's like, are you, babe? And she gets closer and closer, and and the whole time you're just like, and also, I guess Rick is English name. The main character is unaware, and he's kind of like in a not comatose, but he's like hospitalized, if I remember correctly. And him going through the dreams of him loving his brother and the stuff they're getting through, and how much of a bond they kind of have. And you're just like, this is this is messed up. And the whole time too, I'm thinking, I was like, I know the show was kind of seemed a bit mature, but now it's really hitting a bit harder. And that one for me, I was like, I don't any at that point you don't think they're gonna make it because Roy's been there to bail them out every single time. From here on out, they are on their own. And you're just and for me, I was like, I ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna make it. This is that one stuck with me, yeah.
Well, I'm not as in depth of an anime fan as y'all are. I'm a casual fan, as I will call it. I mean, I love anime. I just don't really have time to sit down and watch a whole lot of it. So my list is pretty small when it comes to animes I've watched. But the ones I have watched is you see here in red is one of my favorite animes is Psycho Pass. And the scene where in Psycho Pass where you finally get the answer of who runs Sybil, and it's all like their brains, and it's like, and then the other enforcer finds out. He turns around and notices it's the chief that kind of runs everything, and like his last words was like, "Oh man," and she blows his head off with the gun with the Dominator. But they just getting the answer in that to like what's running the system, and it's like the collective brains of everybody that we couldn't read, and we that was like my first eye opening to like a dark, twisted
conspiracy type.
Yeah, so it's not as dark as like there's a whole lot of death and like stuff like that, but just the twisted, like you say, CD, the conspiracy makes it like, oh, okay, they're not just, we're not just killing people or people are dying. The people that lives can't be read or they can't read their psychopath or their hue. We're taking their brains and we're gonna put it together collectively and figure out that's what runs the system. So I was like, oh man, damn. And then when old boy found out and he turned around,
it gets aired out.
And I'm like, yeah, and they're like looking for him, like, yeah, his tracker cut off like towards the basement, and they could never find him. I was like, damn, dog, he had the answer. He just had to get out of there. He just had to get out of there.
And you figure why the system never wanted to kill that main antagonist.
Yeah,
he wanted his brain.
Exactly. So Psycho Pass, one of my favorite top 3 animes. But let us know in the comments what's your favorite dark moment. And
it doesn't have to be gore, blood, like even like Coop said, like just the conspiracy, like dark
something twisted,
the heartbreak.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we did finish Kotaro last night the last episode. It was kind of like
right.
And that kind of turns into our next segment. You cried to that?
Coop, did you cry to Kotaro?
Close. But this segment, we're going to talk about scenes in anime that, we kind of, that frog got in our throat. It happens every time.
Right. if you haven't seen an anime that's made you cry, then I don't know, man.
Yeah, man.
Something.
Watch more.
Watch more, exactly.
Because
it's
out there. It's out
there. Everyone has their deep secret. Absolutely. Don't let someone fool you.
So, CD, what's yours?
So this subject came from me talking about the anime I cried to. No Lie in April, or Your Lie in April. It's about a piano prodigy that kind of falls out of playing the piano because of his mom. Meets this free-spirited girl. She takes him on a whirlwind. He begins to fall back in love with the piano and with her, and he finds out she's terminally ill. Like you find out later, she's terminally ill. The last episode, though, she goes into her surgery, and you don't know if she's gonna make it out or not. And he's like playing the best piano performance ever, and like my heart's like uplifted. Like, oh my god, I can't wait for him to like get out and like play this. She's a violinist. I can't wait for them to like to duet something, and then she doesn't make it. And like the build up through this whole episode, like she's like building him up, helping him find himself. There's like a lover's triangle, like, and you really see the growth of this character. And like at a time when this came out, I feel like it was maybe like 10 years ago, and I'm growing as a young man, so I was like really resonating with the character.
Yeah.
And then to get to this high point, you think he's finally gonna get the girl, and then she doesn't make another surgery, and that shit hit me. And I remember laying in my dorm bedroom watching it in subbed. My roommate like, bro, you good? Yeah, so I'm straight.
And CD's about like 6'3" too.
Bro. Yes, I am not a little dude. I'm 6'3", 240. I'm almost 6'4", matter of fact. Like I'm there.
Okay. So
And
big dude crying.
to,
Subbed
to,
at that.
to a subbed little girl dying in an anime. That shit hit me, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I could see it now, just opening the door, walking into a giant black
Me
guy
on the top bunk, like this far from the ceiling.
Had no reason to be on that top bunk.
sitting there, just
No reason.
yeah. And they're just like, you know what? I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Man. So
don't worry about practice, man.
if you haven't seen it, I know a lot of grown men like, their action, they're fighting animes. This is one. If you want to be touched, if you need a light spot in your life, I'm telling you, this has a lot of stuff that help you grow and just deal with trauma. It's a good dealing with trauma anime.
That's what's up. I might give it a watch if it's in dub.
I think there's a dub out there now. It might be dubbed.
It's gotta be one.
What's yours, man?
So mine, embarrassingly intimate, made me cry 3 times. 3 times. And it wasn't just a regular cry. They were all ugly cries, man.
The ugly cry.
They were ones I was like
snotty nose.
yeah. I was wiping my nose like I gotta get up and walk. Let me go take a walk outside. And they're like, yo, Austin, you good? Yeah, I'm bro, you chill, man. You like 20, bro. What's up? But no, man, it was Clanad and Clanad After Story. It has the most the whole okay. I'm already getting so Clanad is about it's based off a light visual novel, or a visual novel, I'm sorry. But it follows this main story of Nagisa and the main character, and how they go through high school and slowly start to build a relationship and fall in love together. Clanad After Story happens after the high school part, where he goes out to try and find a job and everything like that. They're having hard times, but they end up starting a family with one another. Nagisa gets pregnant, and all throughout this entire first season of the show, it's like 20 some odd episodes, you've been building up this relationship. And then halfway through Planet After Story, Nagisa goes into having her pregnancy, and she ends up dying having pregnancy. And she ends up leaving. But the whole conversation they're having as she's telling them her final goodbyes and that she loves him as the baby's being born, and the song they play, the theme they play, it hits right at the right time. And I was just like, Nagisa, why did Nagisa have to go? and then after that emotional heartbreak, which took me like a day to recover, when you keep watching it, you figure out that the main character has pretty much become ostracized. He's removed himself from his daughter's life, and he's having his daughter taken over by Nagisa's family and whatnot, because he just can't deal with the pain. He's in depression, hard depression. Well, eventually, the family brings the daughter back over when she's about maybe 4 or 5 at this point, and she starts to reintegrate into his life, and he starts to become a father again, and he starts trying. And this whole time you start to realize that his father was never good to him either. But the reason why his father was never good to him was because his father had some other problems that he was trying to work through, and he lost his mother too. So he realized he's now starting to do the same thing to his daughter, and he tries his best to help her. And there's a scene where they decide to go on a trip together, and he buys her a toy robot, and she loses the robot when they're walking through a field of sunflowers, and she starts to cry, and he's like, I'll just buy you a new one. And she said, but it's the one that Daddy bought me. It's the first thing Daddy ever bought me. It's the only one Daddy ever bought me. And he starts to cry, and she said, is it okay if I hug you? And he said, why do you say that? Because or grandma always said, if you cry, you should hug someone. And he's the only person around. And he's like, yeah, go ahead and hug me. And she hugged him and started crying. He started crying. And I'm like, and then they get on the train, and he starts telling them about her. And she asked about her mom, and he starts telling about the mom, and he starts crying, and she starts crying. She's like, why are you crying? Because Daddy's crying. And I'm like, oh! I'm like, stop. Just hit the stop button. Hit the stop button. I can't take this no more. I can't take this. And then the final time where I was done, bro. His daughter ends up having the same illness the mother had. And this is spoilers. I'm sorry. Major spoilers, by the way. And the daughter ends up dying. right in his arms when they're about to go on another trip to the sunflowers, and he knows she's about to
Sheesh.
die, and she dies in the snow, and she tells him her final goodbyes just like the mom, and says he loves her, and she passes. And I was like, all right. I stopped, got up, went outside for a walk, didn't come back for about 2 hours, and then after the tears were gone and I was a man again, I sat back down, said, okay,
Sheesh.
yeah, man, it's a heavy show. It's heavy is yeah. It's
Heavy is an understatement.
For
oh
real.
my god, bruh, it's hard, man. The ending tried to like recoup you, but it's just you're just like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
God damn.
Uh,
That's a tough one. It's
yeah.
definitely tough.
Oh, excuse me, guys. I gotta.
Right.
He gotta cry now.
Right.
He gonna
Like,
cry in
you
his
need
car.
it? I got you.
Yeah.
He gonna cry in his car.
We cried in this spot. Damn, we cried to that?
I don't blame you.
Oh man.
I think with me, again, casual anime fan, so not a lot. I'm gonna keep throwing that disclaimer out there. But it had to be IBO. 2 scenes from IBO. That's what makes IBO so great.
Right.
Story, right? And it's first one is Shino's. When that was the first time I was like, yo, I was invested. I was like, yo, this is I ain't never cried to an anime before. And
Right.
I'm sitting there, I'm invested. I'm like, all right, they about to get him. They got a crazy plan. Let's see what this plan is. And like the smoke clears, and you see the Flowers one arm, with
Right.
the rail gun or the dying slave on his shoulder, and it's like everybody yelled Shino. It's like Shino. And when you see the girl Julieta hit, Mikazuki messed up and let Julieta hit the gun, and he missed, and the music started playing. The credits started rolling. We started lighting them up, and I'm like, oh man. And that's when I was like, damn,
Right.
and they
Because he
confessed
had
his
just
love.
right, just right before.
Well, he didn't really. Well, old boy did it. He confessed his. He just said, I'm not. When we get back, I'll take you on dates
Right.
around all the women. No, I don't want to. I don't want to go around women.
Right.
And he was like, how about this? How about we just stay in the house and just chill? He was like, yeah, I like that. And he realized that, and then it showed like, and he turned around. Old boy turned around, was like, Shino, and I was like, God
Damn it.
Then the second one, I'm gonna make it quick, was still IBO. Last few episodes wasn't Orga, wasn't Mikazuki, wasn't it was Hush. When Hush died, and I was sitting up there, and he was like, go ahead, I got it. And he said, all right, don't die on me. And Mikazuki left, and he was already dead when he said that. I was like,
Right.
God, that's another one. So those 2 scenes, Shino's death and Hush death, hit me the hardest in IBO.
Hush just wanted to be like,
He wanted to be great. He wanted to be great. He wanted to turn around
so bad.
What?
Yeah.
And like didn't really get a chance. And I was like, oh man.
Did you expect Orga's death? That shit kind of hurt for me.
No, I didn't. The way it happened, I didn't. I wasn't planning on it.
Just when you think that everything's clear.
No.
That's why IBO is not only a good Gundam series, it's just a good show.
Yeah.
It's like
it could have been just them running around.
Right.
Just
I would have watched it. If it would have been like a mafia show, I would have watched it.
Yeah, it would have made it great. Damn.
Yeah.
So
no love for Biscuit though.
No.
Nah.
Nah. Because going back and watching it, it was kind of you kind of know Biscuit was going to die. He was like, I'll just talk to you later about it. And I was like, once he said that, I was like, oh yeah, he ain't gonna talk to him later, is he?
Certain lines they say,
they kind of you just know. He was like, hey, Biscuit, you wanted to talk? Yeah, we could just talk about it later.
Death flag.
Yeah. That's what it's called. Death flag.
Yep.
But like
flag.
Shino's, I guess you could kind of see it like, oh, we'll come back and just sit in the house and chill. But how he went out, I was like, damn. But she knows and hushes. And on that note, man, let us know in the comments
What have you cried
teared y'all
to?
up. Yeah, what teared y'all up. And we're gonna before we all start tearing up here,
Right.
let's go to hold that thought. You know, talked a lot about Gundam so far, Halloween special. So we want to know. Let's pass it around. Favorite Halloween candy, Austin. What's your favorite Halloween candy? Where you go?
Candy corn. Candy corn. I love candy corn.
You can have
Is he
it all.
serious?
You can have
What?
all the candy.
What? Are
Yeah.
you shocked?
Yeah. I thought that
What?
was. Yeah. Really? Wow.
Candy corn is like the pinnacle candy. It's like the pinnacle Halloween candy.
Correct.
And
It
what's
is.
great is that if you're young, you don't realize that it's the same flavor no matter what color you're eating, but you treat it like it's different flavors each time.
Right.
So
Oh,
you-
I'm gonna eat
like
the
the-
orange part.
Yeah. I eat the yellow part, and I eat the orange part, and then I had that little tiny white part that I know
Vanilla.
is just pure
The
sugar.
vanilla,
Nom,
yeah.
nom, 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 nom. I'm sitting in class too, just being annoying.
Candy corn. I wouldn't. I mean, I knew that's kind of like the stereotypical candy, but like you have all those miniatures out there. Twix. No. I
Gotta
guess
be
you
candy
get.
corn, and I
candy
only
corn?
ever eat it Halloween. That's the thing, though. Keep it pure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keep
you,
it
you
pure.
respect yourself.
Mm.
Respect
CD.
yourself.
Definitely not candy corn.
Definitely not.
Kit Kat.
A Kit Kat.
Okay,
Mm.
Kit Kats. Yeah, it's respectful.
My kid brings home her bag tomorrow.
Kit
Oh,
Kat.
yeah. Let me.
All
Dad
the Kit
tax.
Kats.
Dad
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I think mine is either Twix or I don't know if this is considered candy, but I only see them around Halloween. It's the popcorn balls. Y'all don't know the popcorn ball? Like they're like a ball of popcorn.
Yep.
Austin.
Popcorn balls. What's
It's
Popcorn
literally like a
balls.
ball.
It's just like a ball of popcorn.
really just like a plastic ball that you open up? There's popcorn in it.
No, it's
Just imagine a ball.
a ball of
Is it
popcorn.
like
and you bite
caramel
into it like
popcorn?
yeah. I mean, come in different flavors. You bite into it like
Yeah.
an apple. Put some
What?
Texas Pete on that. Throw some Texas
of
Pete.
course. Of course.
Throw
Sprinkle some Old
Pete
Bay,
on the
just be
popcorn
weird.
ball. hey, what's wrong with that? That's how I do on popcorn. Old Bay
Ugh.
popcorn.
Oh no.
Old Bay goes on everything.
No,
So,
it doesn't.
like candy corn
Yeah.
and then
Candy corn.
Kit Kat
Mhm.
Kit
and
Kat.
Twix.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe 500, but yeah. Kit Kat.
500.
500. Yeah, the
500.
one with the pretzels in it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
500.
Have you guys had Charleston Chew?
My girl loves Charleston. I hate Charleston chews.
I love
I
Charleston
hate
Chew.
Sugar
my girl
daddies.
loves-
Have you guys had that?
No.
Yeah. Sugar
Yeah,
daddies.
that joint took out one of my molars. One of my fillings. That's just
I don't like anything
hardcore.
like hard caramel like that. Milk duds. No.
Mm,
Remember the caramel stick? It was just a
Mhm.
stick of caramel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
A
Yeah.
$1,000 I could rock with.
1,000 yeah.
100 grand. 100 grand.
100 grand. That's what it is. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
your favorite Halloween candy. What's your favorite horror movie?
Have you guys?
Mine.
It's yeah. Let's hear yours, Coop. I want to hear yours.
Yeah.
Mine?
Yeah. Let me see yours. Yeah.
It's an old one. So it's cultured. It's in our culture. It's in our culture. So some people might have seen it, but Tales from the Hood was a scary ass movie. If y'all haven't watched it, Tales from the Hood. It's about these three guys whose car broke down. They went to go look. I think they had car troubles or something. They went to go look for help, and he knocked on the house of a funeral home, and the funeral home director opened up, and he had bodies in the casket because obviously it's a funeral home. And he went and told the stories of each person in the casket, and then the ending scared the shit out of me. I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it because the movie's been out since like the 90s.
Yeah. It's just
So each person in the casket went through some type of like racial trauma, right? Tales from the Hood, racial trauma. And at the end of the movie, they go down to the basement. They're like, "Yo, I thought you were supposed to help us with our car. We're like, where's all the stuff?" He's like, "Oh, it's here in the basement. It's here in the basement. Come follow me to the basement." And there's 3 caskets in the basement, and each person, they all open a casket, and it's their bodies in the casket.
Mm.
And then the funeral director turns into the devil, and then it turns into hell. And I'm like 6 years old watching this shit. I'm
like,
fucking.
Mm.
I
That's
remember watching it pacing back and forth.
that is a scary movie. That is a scary movie. That's a true horror movie. Tales from the Hood. Tales from the Hood. CD, what's yours, man?
Sinister. Have you guys seen it?
I heard of it.
I heard of it too. I think I've
Sinister.
seen a couple
Sinister
reviews.
is actually like rated as the scariest movie. Like they tested people's heart rates while watching movies, and like it got people's heart rate the highest. Sinister. Think of like the Boogeyman. He usually like goes to families with more than like one or two kids. He pretty much brainwashes the kid to kill the family. So the latest family moves into this house, finds these videos, and they're all like kind of crudely recorded, like poor quality of these families being murdered. And throughout the story, you kind of figure out what happens, and pretty much the dad figures out that
Ghoul?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yes.
So
the crude, poor quality recording is actually the kid that he's like abducted recording this of the family, and he finds that out as his daughter is coming to pretty much kill him.
Sinister. Wow.
Sinister. It's actually one of the craziest horror movies. Had me like sleeping with the lights on.
Yeah, the writer of that movie, there's an old website called spill.com that used to do movie reviews that was really black centric and everything like that. Corey Coleman, but one of the writers was one of the guys in the main podcast of that, and he was talking about becoming a writer, and he got to make that movie. I remember I was following that for the longest time.
Sinister is, if you guys haven't seen it,
I'm gonna peep it. I want to peep it.
Peep it. It's good. I liked it. I went with my old girlfriend.
Yeah. I remember like I'm like opening the door, checking on Chloe, like, you good?
I guess it would hit harder for you since you do have a daughter. Yeah. And you'd be like,
people in there.
Good to go.
Chloe,
you want some extra candy tonight? I'm just saying.
Sinister is goated. And then Paranormal Activity, the first one, I remember seeing that in high school. Yeah, I thought that was real. So
yeah. The Paranormal Activity was getting kind of crazy.
Crazy.
Austin, what's yours?
Mine would have to be Final Destination.
Which I don't blame you. I do not blame you.
I was a bit young watching it, the first one, and that scene where she walks onto the street and that bus hits that girl, and she said, "You're all crazy," and straight through. The first scene of Truck Kun taking someone to Isekai World. Right. But I was like, bro.
Literally,
but bro, or Buskun, I guess. But dude, I was freaking out. I've always had a small irrational fear of falling and like or small little things dying. Like I walk in my room and sometimes think, oh, if I trip and hit my head right on this desk, it's gonna knock me into the next realm. Yeah. Or when I used to work retail, I used to think those little pegs that stick out, you could fall, trip, and land one right in your eye and go straight through your brain and stuff like that. So Paranormal Activity was never a good match for me. When all the
Final Destination
or I'm sorry, Final Destination. Thank you. Final Destination was never a good match for me because it was every little thing you could kill. I was looking around like, nah, he ain't gonna get me. I would be walking out with a helmet, bro.
and I think we all, because of that movie, this is probably like an American like thing to do. Is we're not driving behind log trucks.
Ever, bro.
Yeah, ever. Oh my god,
behind a log truck.
And there's some going on near my oh my god, near my work, and I'm just like,
no
log truck. the drive-through scene. I don't know if that's the first one or the second one. Like in the engine, he gets hit, and the engine comes through his car and kills him. They had some of the most realistic deaths. Like
I think I'm going like I'm speeding past any log truck or two semi trucks. If I'm like in a 3-lane. And I'm stuck between two semi trucks. I'm either hitting the brakes and letting them go, or I'm flying to get past them.
Right. Yeah, the log truck is number one. Ever since that movie, when I was able to drive.
Yeah.
No.
Everybody get away from the log truck because of that movie.
Still not afraid to fly. I still love flying. It's just Final Destination for me. Yeah, everything else though. Never stood in front of a bus ever.
I don't blame you. I hope not. I think if you did it just one time. You wouldn't be able to talk about it now, so you're all right.
Yeah,
we could tell you haven't stood in front of a bus, man.
Well,
you're here.
Well, even a parked bus, I'm like, I'll go around the backside.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Let us know in the comments what's your favorite horror movie and Halloween candy. That was good. Sinister, and I now want to watch Final Destination, but I'm gonna peep that Sinister out.
Yeah, with the lights on.
Let's change it up. Let's change it up though, because I kind of want to get this eerie feeling off our backs. We talked about death and horror movie. threw some candy in there and crying. Let's relax a little bit. New segment. Guess that. So we're gonna go around. We're gonna keep a tally up, right? We're gonna see who by the end of the year. By the end of the year, I want to see who has the most. I'm gonna try to get Austen into a game. I know CD and I are going back and forth into the trivia. So Austen, we're gonna do guess that. Real simple. You got 30 seconds to guess either the suit or pilot from any Gundam series. You have to be quick.
Gotcha.
Right? You have to
30
be
seconds is quick.
30 seconds is I'm gonna put up a timer on the screen.
Alrighty.
So I got Austin's. Austin has CDs and CDs has mine. Let me go ahead and get this timer up. So who wants to go first? We get Austin to go first, man. So when the timer starts, man, it's on you.
All right. Universal Century or not?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
All right, right off the bat. Was it animated?
Yes.
Did it appear before 2000 or after 2000?
Both.
Did it appear in the US?
Both.
Does it have a dub?
Both.
Is it white, blue, red, yellow?
No.
Is it antagonist suit or protagonist?
Protagonist. Kinda.
Strike Gundam. Freedom Gundam.
30 seconds.
Dang, that's really
Those are some good questions, though.
That was really quick.
You're come on, man. It's Haro.
Oh, Haro? Oh, come on now. That wasn't even a Gundam. That wasn't.
It doesn't have to be.
Who pilots it?
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I see. Okay. I wanted to throw him off real quick. That was smooth,
You had
man.
me though. I was like,
Oh
yeah,
man,
that was a good first one.
that was a good first one. Now you know it could get greasy like that, man. All right.
All right, cool. We're just picking robots.
UC or other?
UC.
00. No, not 00. Origins.
No.
Stardust.
No.
8th MS team.
No.
Unicorn.
No.
Jesus
Gotta
Christ.
get more precise questions, bro.
Pilot or suit?
It's a suit.
Fuck. 30 seconds is too quick.
It's too
Final
quick.
guess, bro.
Final guess?
Yeah.
Kishatra.
No.
Mm.
Do you want me to give you at least a hint?
Yes.
All right. Universal Century, but way in the future.
Turn A?
No, before that. And Turn A is technically Universal Century, but something else.
F91.
Hey, there we
Oh,
go.
that's the wrong
Where's
questions.
my thing? Yeah.
F91.
F91.
Damn, I would have never got that shit.
Yeah.
That's the last UC ever on my mind.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Got to be quick. All right.
Let
You
me
see.
Yes.
Origins, Gundam, Zeta,
No.
Double Zeta,
No.
Unicorn,
No.
F91,
No.
Ragusta,
No.
8th MS team,
No.
pilot suit,
Suit.
War in a Pocket,
Nope.
movie,
Nope.
Hathaway,
Uh-uh.
Penelope.
Nope.
He said not a movie.
I try to throw it out there, man. I ran down. What you got?
What you got?
Oh my!
Oh, GPO1. I was about to say. I was thinking that. I was like,
all right. So we all offers on that. Oh,
Yeah.
for one.
That was the one series you didn't say. Too.
Oh my
That's crazy.
god, man! I was there too. I was running them.
I thought you were gonna say that too. I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be Stardust Memory.
It's crazy because I get thinking of this, but as soon as I see the timer, bro, my mind went.
Yeah, that's quick. 30 seconds is quick.
30 seconds is quick.
Those questions have to be precise.
So all of us offers right now.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
Yeah,
That was fun.
Definitely have to get my mind together for the next
Yeah.
time we do this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Got to start off big questions and then break it down.
Right.
Man,
There
and
you
have it
go.
read.
There you go. So that was fun. We're all offers on that one. So we all have a chance to keep this going to win. Not everybody got nobody has a lead. Next up, the real great segment. And we're going to talk about probably everybody's favorite, a lot of people's favorite suit. And that's Gundam Wings XXG-01 Delta Gundam Death Scythe. The Gundam Death Scythe, my favorite from Gundam Wing. Um, Probably one of my favorites non-UC suits. And I want to let Austin take it away, man. It's on you.
Yeah. So, in honor of Halloween, we're gonna get a a Gundam that exudes spectacular settings. Just going around and reaping people. Yeah, nah, you a reaper type of suit, and that's going to be the Death Sight, Gundam Death Sight. Aired in Gundam Wing ever since I believe episode 2 was it, and ever since then, people everywhere, especially kids, have been wanting a model kit or toy of it, and there has been many renditions of the Gundam Death Sight in plastic. In terms of the non-grades, real grade, oh, no, not real grade, sorry, non-grade, high grade, and master grade. Funny enough, there's no perfect grade of this suit. There's no real grade of it yet. Will there be one? Maybe. So we're going to focus mainly on the high grades and the master grades. The older non-grades we're not going to talk about. They came out in about 1995. I believe was the first release of them.
Yeah.
And they were, I don't have them. I've never seen anybody ever talk about them. A lot of people keep them for collection pieces now. So you buy it and just keep it in the box in plastic and keep it on your shelf for resale later down the resale market. But in terms of high grade, the first generation high grade of the Death Sight is I would say it was fine until the Revive came out, because when the Revive came out, it just blew it out the water in terms of articulation, color separation. I mean, and you can't even really blame it. It's the first generation high grade. It's missing a lot of paints, a lot of you have to paint a lot of it. The beam sabers aren't exactly the best. The beam scythe, I'm sorry, it's not exactly the best. So I don't even think you can find it, honestly. So we'll leave that one out as well. The Revive high grade, by the way, is probably one of the best renditions of the Death Sight you can buy. There is fantastic articulation, color separation pretty well. The stickers are actually not a lot. I think there would be more, but they're actually not that many. Bandai did an excellent job with it, and it's a really affordable price. And if you're looking to do a high grade and you want a wing kit and you like Death Sight, it is the one to get. You want to save some money too. It's a great one to start off with in your collection, and it's a great shelf piece too. It has presence. That beam scythe is very rare in Gundam. There's not a lot of mobile suits that use it. There's probably the Gem Striker, but that's not really a scythe. That's more of a dual wielded. I don't know what you would call it, Nanakta or something. Yeah, it's really great, and also the shield has its own separation and an action gimmick that you get from the anime. So it's a really good pickup. Not too bad. I give it an A+. The proportions are right on. The color separation. All you need is probably a little bit of panel lining to bring out some of the.
Definitely, it's
probably some of
it
it
for sure.
Yeah, because the white area is very white. And if you want to expand on it, you can paint the darn thing and it looks fantastic. I've seen nothing but really great customizations, even for beginner levels when they just start out with paint. It's a great kit to start out with. In terms of master grade, you have a lot of options. You have the original Endless Waltz. You have the actual original 2001, I believe, master grade, 2002. I forgot the exact year. And you have the more recent ones like the Death Sight Hell, which is the Endless Waltz version. All of them, if I remember correctly, all have kind of the same issue. I've only built one of them, and that was the Death Sight Hell version. All of them have kind of the same issue where over time they get a little bit loosey, and I think that's mainly because its backpack on its Hell has that very big wings on it, and the other one, the issue I believe is in the knees, if I remember correctly. But all in all, they're good representations of the Death Sight. When you look at a kit, especially something that's going to sit on your shelf and you want to be pleased at the work that you put into it to create it, it's going to be it's going to be that kit for you. The only issue you could run into is because it's dark plastic, you get a lot of nub marks, a lot of scratching. There's a real incentive for you to paint it, to do touch-up work here and there for you and to kind of delve into it. The inner frame is fine. I wouldn't write anything home about the inner frame. It'll get you by.
That's the same inner frame as like the regular master grades, I think.
Yeah. It is. So it's nothing to write home about. But all in all, it's a pretty good kit. If anything, I give it maybe a B-, B+. It passes. It just doesn't do anything super spectacular, in my opinion. It's not like it overachieves, I should say, in some way, like the high grade Revive, where it goes above and beyond not only the older one, but it even it even sits itself up there as one of the better high grades you can get. Not moon level Gundam, like moon level will be top of the high grades, but Def Sight's probably about 3 tiers below it for high grades. For master grade, it's somewhere in the middle, a little bit higher because of its nostalgia factor, and the way it looks. But that's awesome
itself.
That it's an awesome kit to pick up, and that's going to be the real grade on the Def Sight.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. What's your favorite version? And there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Probably the
Hell custom, endless season 2,
Endless Waltz. Just for the nostalgia of Endless Waltz, because when you see it like come down with the
moon, and it opens its wings, and you're like, oh, it's Batman. It's over.
but the scene, oh man, season 2, though, when you see the Taurus and somebody was fighting and it ran into him and he was cloaked out,
right?
Yeah,
and then the music dropped. Oh my. Oh man, that's probably like my favorite Def Sight scene because of the music drops, the rhythm of motion, and oh man, it's a
like you said, that's another topic for another one. But favorite intro,
yeah. And you know what's great about the Taurus is that even though it has a square screen, you could still see it go
shaking in its boots.
As it should.
Oh no.
But the Gundam Def Sight, that's a pretty good rating, man. That's a pretty good rating. And everybody has their own favorite version of the Def Sight. But that's what's up, man. These are also real grades. I'm telling y'all, his knowledge is crazy. But let's go ahead. I think we all have been waiting for this. We all been waiting for some witch talk, right?
Here it is.
This is what we all been waiting for. Episode 5 came out earlier this morning. We all sat down and watched it. Let's see if we take some things, because I said it's going to be a flop.
Right.
Said it's going to.
I'm already asking Austin, is this still top 5? You already X'd out Stardust Memory. Is it still 5th for you?
So I would say it's still sitting there. There's some things, of course, I've had hiccups with, but I had hiccups with Stardust Memory too. We're only talking about spot number 5, not number 1. So it has some hiccups here and there. But overall, I am enjoying it. The thing I'm enjoying the most though is how different it is. How different it feels from every other Gundam series. There are some hints, like there are some parts of it that makes you feel like you're watching G Gundam because the tournament series, or not tournament, but duels.
The dual arc.
Yeah. And there are parts of it where you feel like you're watching a UC show about Spatians and Earthans getting into conflict with one another. I have to say, I am absolutely floored by the music. The soundtrack so far has been fantastic for me. I've loved every song drop. The designs of the mobile suits. I know you guys aren't too hyped on some of those grunt suits. I'm actually feeling it, especially the one in the 5th one that our boy, what's his name?
Elin
was piloting that first grunt suit. That thing was nice.
I'm kind of in on it now. I'm not gonna lie.
Man.
The Farak, right? Not the Farak, right?
Not the Farak, the other one. Yeah, the one you saw before. I forgot the name of it. It's some weird name.
What are you talking about? Hold on.
The Farak is the one we just seen.
The Farak was the newest one, and he fought Guilin with the Dandelion.
Delange.
And that's just like the grunt Delon.
Yeah, that's the basic one.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, not the Farak. Yeah. The one he was piloting in the beginning of the episode when he was taking on 3 guys at once.
That was like the test Farak.
I actually like that. It looks like something mixed with Full Metal Panic mixed with was it G Reco mixed with Lelouch of the Revolution. It's all kind of that mixed together. I like that design. But so far, I like the fact that it's all so different, and I really don't know what's going on at this moment. And I also love the fact that they aren't really trying to give you any surprises. We all know Soletta's mom is who she is. We all know that this corporation is the bad one. We all know, like, they're not trying to play around too much with finding out stuff, but it still feels like there's some type of mystery going on. Like, you need to figure out why are they all at this school? What are they training for? What's happening? And I feel like there's going to be something in the future. So far, I'm enjoying it. I like the characters. Choo Choo is now my favorite character. So yeah,
from what you did episode 4.
I wasn't expecting that that deck, bro. Oh,
She got some hands for sure.
yeah, man. I was expecting it to animate it in full motion for you to see too.
Yeah, she.
Yeah,
I felt it.
yeah. You felt the impact.
Yeah, I felt
And
it.
if you listen to this, the voice, you could hear the life come out of her too. Just
Yeah.
What you think, CD? What's your take so far?
Honestly, I don't want to say like I was down on it like the first 4 episodes, but this 5th one, it's definitely piqued my interest, and it's kind of a spoiler. I mean, it's out now, so I mean, hey, but it's interesting. Like kind of Austin was saying, it's something we've never seen. It's almost like it's not Gundam, but Gundam. So like we're getting a school setting. We've never had that in a Gundam. Like the only thing that I feel like it's really missing is like the stakes, like the duel system. There's not really nothing at stake versus. I mean, except for now, like then you'll see maybe the next episode that he wants Ariel. That's probably the biggest thing we've had at stake so far. But since the prologue, they're not really fighting for anything. In that first initial episode 0 or the prologue episode, her dad's fighting for her livelihood, to save her life, to save like the people
His
on that
family.
ship, the family. Every fight since then, it's to get kicked out of school or to apologize to so and so. It's kind of missing that portion of it for me. And that's where I feel like a little detached from the show. But it looks amazing. The soundtrack's amazing. The aerial, I was kind of out on it, but like I'm starting to fall in love with the design. The Farak, wow. I wasn't too happy about the kit, but seeing it now in the show and see how it moved and seeing this and that and the third about it, I'm like, this could be a kit I can see myself getting down the line. I'm kind of up in the air. Episode 5, it really piqued my interest, and I'm looking forward to see where it goes from here. There's still a lot of stuff that hasn't been answered yet, and that's probably just the way they're writing it, which has me. I keep coming back for a reason, so it's piqued my interest enough that I haven't put it down. So I like to see where the series takes us. I'm along for the ride. I'll say that.
Gotcha.
And for me, it's like I said before. I don't think I'm not. I want to stay on what I said. I think it's going to flop. Is it good right now? Yes, but again, if we do a King of the Hill and throw up other series compared to other series, I don't know if it beats out a lot of other series so far. Remember, this is only 5 episodes out of I don't know how many we getting, but I'm not a big fan of like you said, CD, the dual system. Like I challenge you, challenge me, unless it breaks out of that and they start doing it like their traditional Gundam way. It doesn't really feel like a Gundam series. It feels like a mech series, especially with the school. The suit designs are starting to grow on me a little bit. Like we just watched the episode of the Farak, and I am interested in Elin, his story, finding out he's a kind of not created character, but like a witch, another witch from the. I don't know if he's from Mercury, but he seems like he's man-made. Yeah. So
like a test baby or clone.
Yeah, and I am interested in that plot, but I don't know if it's going to hold up. I don't know if I might get the aerial. I'll probably get the aerial full mechanics. I don't know if I have to see how the high grade looks, but purchasing the suit kits wise, I probably won't pick up a lot from the series. The red one that old boy was piloting with him, I forgot his name. Ghoul. Yeah, that one's pretty dope. So I might pick that one up. But overall, episode 1, episode 2 were pretty dope. Episode 3 was dope as well. That's the fight scene with the Ariel and him. A lot of action in that scene. Episode 4 was the training montage, somewhat like grow relationship. Episode 5 so far has been the best one. It's been the best one. So it's
I just feel like it's so unique. This Gundam is so different than anything else that it's kind of hard to grow onto, especially if you're coming off Iron Blooded Orphans.
Right.
Yeah. Or even what is it? Even Build Divers. Bill Divers was a unique take, but still felt intrinsically like Gundam, of course, because all they do is talk about the actual series of Mobile Suit Gundam. This is so out there, and a part of me can't complain because I've been always asking for something new. I always say, if you're going to do something new, or at least try something new. You can do something older if you want and influence the past, but every now and then try something brand new that you never tried before. And this is it. And their goal ultimately was to bring in new fans, because I think the producer or maybe director said that he said young people think Gundam is for old people. He said that was the main thinking process they had when they went into the show, is trying to make something that would appeal to newer fans.
I can see it definitely. I could definitely see it too.
With the animation styles, the character designs all look dope.
Oh my god,
the character designs are dope.
Yeah.
Not every, you get obviously the older ones. You get some of the pilots, not the main pilots, but the background characters look almost identical. From Gundam Wing and IBO, even a little bit like
I would say the character designs are good enough where every character, even the ones I don't know the names of, but every background character or supporting character, you can instantly tell who they are. Right. You can easily. They're very distinguished between, like, Ghoul's posse that follows them around, the two girls, right? Instantly recognizable, right? The bullies from the next episode, they're probably the dullest character designs, but the ones that chill with the guy with the blonde hair who's on the duel committee, that chick who was doing her nails in the episode 5, right? Yeah, instantly recognizable, right? His brother, Ghoul's brother, instantly recognizable. Ghoul himself, instantly recognizable with that pink hair, right? And the main chick right here, right? All of them, or Mio was her nickname, but yeah, no, it's they all really are really good at standing out. The thing is that now you got to make them have emotional attachment, or make you care about them, because I already like the way they look.
Yeah, so many characters, it's going to be hard to figure out who's going to be your favorite, who's
Choo Choo right now landed it for me. Girl takes crap from nobody.
She had a mean 2-piece too.
Yeah, man.
I think Elin, obviously, after this episode, grew on me. Like I said, I want to watch his plot a little bit more. So
I think Ghoul, man. I mean,
man, I'm starting to feel for Ghoul. Yeah, man.
I feel like he has to have like that
redemption.
He has to have a redemption arc. Like I said, I think he's cutting his hair. He's gonna come back with something has to change. He can't just keep getting washed.
And cutting ties with his father.
Yeah, like he was the best duelist, and all of a sudden he just keeps taking nails. Like, there has to be something that happens to him where he gets his gusto back. Like, he has to grow up at some point and stop taking these L's.
He has two choices. He can go down the path of redemption, where he finds internal peace into himself and tries to better himself through that way, or he goes down the path of darkness, where he turns to the dark side and tries to enhance himself, probably to become a Gundam Meister, a Gundam format, and spirals down into chaos. And that would be interesting. Right now, Ghoul's more of a main character than Suletta.
Right.
You think so?
Right now, I mean, he's got more character development. He's had more tragedy happen to him. Well, actually, not more. He's had recently a lot more stakes being put on him at each time. Well, Suletta too. So I would say they're kind of sharing the role as important. Like, who's Suletta's bride again? Mio.
Yeah, we only know her as Mio. Midori. I don't know how to pronounce her name.
I still don't like her. She's been nothing but rough to this girl. I'm like, chill. I mean, everybody. I understand your dad is kind of harsh.
It's that tough love thing, though. You can see. I speak on the kits. Y'all see like some of this. Y'all see this?
Yeah. See, I'm interested. Now that I've seen it, I'm interested. Demi trainer, they can have it. Don't need it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And they have like a special edition one coming out.
This is a recycled plastic version, right?
Recycled,
yeah.
We paint regardless. So.
Yeah, that's true.
I know, right? That for us, those special coatings and special whatevers don't really matter to us.
I didn't like the chunky boy. I didn't.
That's grown on me.
It's grown on you?
Yeah, that's grown on me.
Oh man, this is what she was in, stumbling all over the place, right?
Well, yeah, but hers was not the custom version. That's the sniper version of it. It's custom.
That's the 2-piece chicks.
Yeah, the Choo Choo.
Okay.
Choo Choo's custom. Yeah. And then they got the 7-Eleven new Gundam. I love that I wish 7-Eleven here would do Gundam stuff. It's only in Japan.
Right.
We can speak on this coming up in the next episode.
Oh, the double
Gundam
fin funnel.
Expo.
Yeah.
Gundam Expos are coming.
Oh man, Gundam Expo.
Yeah, but overall, what's y'all rating on it? What is y'all rating on?
I'll give it a B.
A B.
Same.
B.
C for me.
C.
And I'm not saying it just to be like against the grain. When I think of a B series, like what's a B series for you? C series for me is like season 2 of Double O. Like that's just like,
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And a
pointless.
B series, B. Well, I don't know what a B Gundam series would be. It's like either it's top tier or it's not.
You're gonna hate. You're gonna hate me.
Were you gonna say Wing?
Yeah. Wing's kind of a B series for me.
Yeah, spicy.
I mean, I get it. I get it. When you look at the nostalgia wise, and I don't know though.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll.
The problem is, I watched it again recently as an adult, and it's tough. It's a bit tougher.
I'm not gonna go into it. A B series. I would say Build Fighters. I like Build Fighters. It's fun. I think I might put
Stardust Memory was a B series for me.
Really, it's a C series for me. So I love the designs, I love the combat, but those characters are just so annoying. Oh my god!
I just like the battles and the suits designs. They've been growing on me as of late. But
you take the characters out of that series, it's instantly better. There's a reason why you don't learn. Well, actually, no. I was going to say there's a reason why you don't learn too much about Maverick and Top Gun, but actually, no, you do learn a lot about Maverick and Top Gun. But you take the characters out of that series, and it's fine. But
I think I want to put Witcher Mercury up there a little bit lower than Build Fighters. I don't know where Build Fighters puts in my rank, but it could be a series where like I just throw on just to kill time, maybe build a kit. It's not one of those series where I have to sit back and go, okay, let me sit down and let it get all my focus. It's getting all my focus as I'm watching it because I'm a dubbed over sub guy, and
it hasn't fully immersed you yet.
Yeah. So but if it came out, when it comes out in dub, I'll rewatch it, and it's going to be something where I'm like, I'm building. Let me just have something on in the background. Build Fighters is like that as well. When I first watched Build Fighters though, dubbed, it was, this is getting good. It's fun, lighthearted, but this feeling like that fun, lighthearted when it's not supposed to be fun and lighthearted. At least I don't think it's supposed to be fun and lighthearted.
I think they're going down the path of Saturday morning cartoon. Like it's very well with a continuing storyline. Like it's kind of episodic in the ways that they fight, but there's a storyline that's progressing straight through. The only thing is, I agree with CD. There has to be some stakes higher. I even said that the first episode and the second one as well. I said we need higher stakes because it can't just be we're going to fight because I like that girl and you're going out with her.
Right.
That's not enough.
Right. No, especially like I understand being projected towards the younger, newer Gundam fans, but if you want to keep, there's already so many guys, who've been in this Gundam franchise. How do you keep us here? It's got to be the stakes. There has to be something on the line. There has to be someone's life has to be on. There has to be something other than. You have my girl.
They're just gonna re-release. They're just gonna release that third movie of Gundam Thunderbolt and call it a day.
Yeah,
that's for us.
And I'll be fine.
Halfway too.
Thank you.
Oh man.
But that's about it, man. Halloween special in the books. Witcher Mercury, y'all go check it out. It's definitely on Crunchyroll, on Gundam Info, and
any other way you get yours.
Go ahead, Austen. Where else can we find this at? What did you say last time?
Seas be riding high.
Right.
Set the sails, my young sailor.
There we go.
Yo ho, yo ho.
Well, don't forget, people, we are running a giveaway right now. Yep. So
tune in. Free kits, man. Free kits.
We got the Origin giveaway. Check out the Instagram, the Undergated Podcast. Check us out on Instagram as well. We all shared it.
Yep, that's right.
So check it out. Get Origin kits. Remember the rules. Read the rules. You have to make sure you sub to the channel and follow all of us, and then comment your favorite suit. Got a lot of interesting ones, man. A lot of surprising ones. A lot of people, a few people have said like Crossbones, which is surprising to me. Like I'm not a big Crossbones fan, but I get the appeal. But
definitely.
Yeah, until next time. Remember, we're the undergated, not the underrated.
Not underrated.
You know,
are you undergated?
No.
Actually,
that's a good question.
Are
And
you undergated?
Be in good spirits. A lot of stuff on TV, especially around this time. Make sure y'all do be in good spirits.
Right.
Meditate a little bit. I don't know about y'all, but I'll try to meditate on my driving to work. Quiet. Have my tea in the morning.
Right.
And meditate and breathe. Get some air in them, that brain in them lungs, and function properly for the day. That's it. Until next time, stick around. See episode 4. It's be premiering on Wednesday, so y'all get this, and then 2 days later, y'all give
them the 2-pack too, the 2-piece.
Spectacular savings.
Spectacular savings.
Well, all right, y'all. Until next time, I'm Coop, CD, Austen. We out.